This is Bobby C. out at Yankee Stadium, where the Bronx Bombers aren't just competing for the American League East, they're beating top-tier teams like the Boston Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Giancarlo Stanton is finally hitting his MVP form. He hit a 3-run home run today that keyed the Yankees' win.
Having better overall bats. There's still some sloppy ones in there, but consistent. Better plans, better approach overall, and just giving myself the best chance to be successful out there.
And another quality start for the veteran CC Sabathia.
The two-seamer was good. Higgy was calling a good game. Change-up, we only threw a few, but they were effective. So I felt like everything was pretty good today.
And don't forget about backup catcher Kyle Higashioka. 3 hits in the big leagues, all home runs.
I wouldn't have thought that my first 3 hits in the major leagues would be homers, but it was, like I said, the most important thing here is winning. So that's all I care about.
Speak more to the wins when you're beating quality teams like Boston and Atlanta.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, every series is huge, but it's good to get versus those guys. And Atlanta's in first place, and Boston obviously is battling with us all season. So yeah, you got to put it to those guys.
Kyle Higgy is something else for a third-string catcher. He opted for a Yankee pullover right before that interview with the media, but I think his Metallica undershirt was indeed more appropriate. I don't care what he says, because the fill-in has been rocking and rolling for the Pinstripers. So has rookie sensation Gleyber Torres. The only downside in Wednesday's July 4th win for the Yankees, Torres hits the 10-day disabled list with a hip strain. The hip had been bugging him for a couple of days, and even with some rest in between, the rookie will now get some more off time to heal it up. In his place, veteran Neil Walker is next man up. The Yankees have also recalled Tyler Wade from AAA. Wade has been on a tear in the minors. Yanks have been on a tear in the winning series department. They took 2 of 3 from the Boston Red Sox, including Sunday night's win in the rubber match. Our Bronx-Net cameras took in the action over the weekend, where honestly the only issue with their rival seems to be lefty ace Chris Sale. The Bronx Bombers just haven't been able to figure him out. Here's more.
Got 4 runs before I even threw my first competitive pitch of the night. That's nice. It shifted the entire momentum, the entire energy of the game. You could feel it, even with the crowd. So it was nice.
He was outstanding. That's the second good outing against them. I think it's mixing up pitches. At this level, and I said it yesterday. It doesn't matter if you throw 98, 99. You still have to use your secondary pitches. And I do feel that the harder he throws, the more off-speed pitches he's using, which is great because you're going to keep him on balance.
Pitching in Yankee Stadium was probably one of the most iconic ballparks in the world. So in division, obviously we're both playing hard, both kind of at the top right now. So yeah, I mean we got punched in the face last night, so you obviously want to respond well.
Yanks won last Friday's matchup with Boston 8-1 and then capped the weekend series in an 11-1 victory. Atlanta won Monday's opener before New York recovered and won the last 2 games. Thursday was an off day. The Yanks will kick off a series in Toronto tonight. Sonny Gray will be back on the rubber looking to rebound as well for the Yankees. The Mets bounced back from Tuesday's loss in Toronto by winning Wednesday's series finale 6-3. They too had the off day Thursday and will open a series with Tampa Bay tonight in Flushing. The Amazons must decide whether or not to be sellers with the upcoming trade deadline. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. The NBA Summer League opens this weekend in Las Vegas. Both the Knicks and the Nets will be in action, including a Saturday early evening tip-off for the Orange and Blue. Knicks' new head coach, David Fizdale, remarked this week that he plans on exploring the possibility of using a tall lineup at some points this season with 7-footers Kristaps Porzingis at the 3, Luke Kornet at the 4, and second-round draft pick Mitchell Robinson at the 5. The Knicks would also play 6'9" first-rounder Kevin Knox at the 2 in that lineup, according to Fizdale. Biggest NBA news of the week, of course, is LeBron James heading to Los Angeles on a free agent deal. He inks a 4-year pact with Magic Johnson and the Purple and Gold. Paul George is staying put in OKC, and Kawhi Leonard is still employed by San Antonio, but maybe not for long. Reports indicate that Leonard could be on the move to either Philadelphia or the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins also made headlines by joining the Golden State Warriors in free agency on a one-year deal. The rich get richer. In MLS action, New York City FC will host the rival Red Bulls Sunday at Yankee Stadium. That game gets underway at 7 p.m. The New York Liberty continue to struggle in the WNBA. They fell to the Washington Mystics Thursday night, 86-67. Plenty of moves on the NHL ice this past week, but none bigger in New York than the news that John Tavares is heading home to Toronto. The Islanders superstar leaves New York in free agency, signing with the Maple Leafs, who are now a legit Stanley Cup contender. Crushing blow for the Isles. The franchise did, however, get Matt Martin back from the Maple Leafs Tuesday in a trade. Not sure how many hot dogs you pounded down on July 4th, but something tells me it was far short of competitive eater Joey Chestnut. He won his 11th Nathan's hot dog eating contest by devouring a record 74 hot dogs. Damn. Day 5 of Wimbledon. Thursday's action saw the reigning French Open champion Rafael Nadal advance to the third round. 8-time Wimbledon champion Roger Federer advanced to the third round Wednesday. On the women's side, Serena Williams coasted in singles action Wednesday. The World Cup is down to the final 8, and my pick Brazil is still alive and well, at least for the moment. Today's action includes a morning quarterfinal between Uruguay and France and a 2 p.m. start for Brazil and Belgium, 2 of the best teams remaining in the field of 8. Sweden and England will give it a go Saturday in the morning, followed by Russia and Croatia in the afternoon. In racing, the wife of icon Mario Andretti, Deanne Andretti, has passed away. She suffered a heart attack Monday. She was 75 years old. The couple had been married for 57 years. IndyCar will be in Iowa this weekend for the Iowa Corn 300. Formula One will have the British GP Sunday, and NASCAR is in Daytona for the Coke 400. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a goodbye to an old friend. They called him Ock. Jim OConnell, the longtime college basketball writer for the Associated Press and a member of the Hall of Fame, has died. He was 64. He died Monday after a series of ailments. Known to nearly everyone as Ock, OConnell was a former president of the United States Basketball Writers Association. He entered that organization's Hall of Fame in 2002. The same year, he earned the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame Kirk Gowdy's Award for his coverage of the sport. OConnell served as the AP's national college basketball writer since 1987 and was a fixture at all the sports major events from the Final Four to the Big East tournament. He covered 8 Olympics and worked as a desk supervisor overseeing the entire sports operation for the world's largest news gathering organization. That's the place where I met him working my first job out of college as an AP sports writer. Ock was a great mentor and, more importantly, a great friend. You can make a case that he was the greatest college basketball reporter in the country. He will be missed not only in that department, but for his sense of humor and his kind words. Jim OConnell was college basketball, especially here in New York, and the void he leaves behind won't soon be filled. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.